What's going on, people? So before I put up this POV, I wanted to go through some of like the checklists that you do before you get your housing and a new GoPro or whatever. I got the GoPro 4 in my housing. It took like a month or two to really dial everything in, make sure there was no fog, make sure I had the right angle, and make sure, of course, that it floated. So with this GoPro 6 housing, I've been doing that. The first 3 sessions came out pretty well. The last 2 sessions, I got some water inside the housing. I cleaned everything out. Thought I cleaned everything out. I did not take this rubber thing out. I left the rubber part in like that, and there was water built up around the rubber. So the session that you're about to see is a little bit more fogged up. Your general checklist should be, you want to make sure this ring is on there. With the GoPro 4, I got so used to it that I never had to check this ring anymore. It was just there. Basically, make sure your rubber's on there. Make sure it gets a nice tight seal with the GoPro inside the case as well. What I would suggest doing is pressing on this back, not just with the floaty back door, but if you have like any kind of corner like a screwdriver or something, pushing on each corner of this, that's going to ensure that you won't get any water inside. Make sure that it doesn't fog up. Once the corners are pushed in here, you of course want to lick the end of the lens, get some saliva on there before the salt water gets onto it. That's going to allow water to repel off a lot more frequently.